Okay, I'm pretty excited about this. I figured I'd make a video because hopefully there's going to be some content about this. So for those of you that don't know, I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot back in the day, a couple years ago. Loved the game, got super addicted to the game, but stopped playing for a while around the time that like Pendulums got released. When those monsters were released, I was like, nope, not for me. And even when it was like Synchros, XYZs, that kind of stuff, I kind of stopped playing, but I've always wanted to get back into it, but I felt like getting back into the game would be too difficult because it's so far more advanced now. There's all these hand traps and whatnot, and 11 monsters get summoned in one turn before you even do anything, and it's crazy. So I should probably mention, if you're here for Monster Legends, no, I'm going to be talking about One Piece, and I'm hoping to do more content around One Piece depending on how it is. So I've been wanting to get into a trading card game for a while now, and for a while my friends got me into Pokemon, and you guys saw some Pokemon content. I mean, I still have it on my computer. I haven't logged in a while. Here, let me open it up real quick. And I was just saving a ton of like resources onto the game so I can like open packs. I never did it. But the thing about me is like when I start something new, I get addicted to it, and that's always a fear because like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to continue this straightforward, like Armor XD, log in. It probably has to reload. But I got into Pokemon for a while, stopped again, get addicted. I spent quite a good amount of money like building decks, making sure my cards were hollow and all that stuff. But have stopped since then. I still have my deck. I still enjoy to like play test it every now and again. And so yeah, I've been waiting for like a trading card game that I could jump into and I don't feel like I'm so behind, because unless you know, oh yeah, look at that. Oh cool. So again, I have 7,000 of these things. I have 118 tickets. I would play like religiously, even if I didn't make content. It's just so fun to play with my Inteleon deck. But that's besides the point. We're not here to talk about Pokemon. We're here to talk about One Piece. So it's a brand new game, and hopefully I can stick through this and continue, and my addiction serves me good, and I can make content on it. So if anyone else out there is a One Piece fan and you didn't know about this trading card game, hey, maybe you join along and maybe we have some fun together. There's actually some super pre-releases going on. Started this weekend. Some of them got postponed, so I'm hoping to attend one in the middle of the week and then get like actual physical cards. And then I even have a camera, so maybe I can do like a play test of the cards. Like I'll have the actual physical decks, and I don't know, so that way it's not just me recording the screen, but I can actually be recording on the camera. So I'm kind of excited about this. I'm hoping I get to go to the event and actually get these 4 decks and then showcase them, and then maybe in the future there will be some online platform or something. I know they have a teaching app, but it's not like actual one-to-one play. So I'm excited about this. So kind of an announcement video if you don't know, and then I'm hoping to make more content around this. It'll be fun. So yeah, announcement. I'm seeing if there's any interest in the comments. Let me know if any of you know about this. This is pretty cool. Again, I've been wanting to get into TCG. Funny enough, last week I played Magic the Gathering for the first time, and even that I was like, oh, this is so fun. I was playing like the Commander style, and I had a landfall deck, and it was crazy to see like how many, what is it, like tokens or whatever I was able to build every time I added land to my arena. See, I don't even know what it's called, but it's a lot of fun. But with that being said, this video, wanted to do that announcement. Hopefully by the weekend there's more stuff, because I even registered for some events, even though I don't have any physical cards, so we'll see how that goes. But let's go through the game. This is my first time actually looking into it. I haven't looked at anything. I just know like, hey, One Piece, anime, card game, love it, best of both worlds, let's do it. So, One Piece. The One Piece card game is a game in which you build your own deck and battle an opponent, pick your favorite cards and characters, and devise your strategy. So here we have Monkey D. Luffy, 5,000, I'm assuming HP. Okay, we have Jinbei, guard point, 1,000 Sunny, and then, I don't know, your turn plus 1,000. I'm assuming that's like HP related. Let's see, how to start. You'll need to build a deck of cards to play the One Piece card game. If you're new to the game, we recommend the starter deck, which is ready to play, pre-built deck. When you're looking to win more battles, you can use a booster. Oh, how fun would it be? So I've always been a fan of like people that buy cards and do like openings. Like, so simple, right? You're literally just opening cards. Like, that would be fun to do. So you have the ready to play starter decks, which again, there's a super pre-release, which I'm hoping I'm going to be able to attend. Because it seemed pretty complicated. You had to like be one of the first 8 to register for an event, to show up to the event. There's no events near me. It's like a 2-hour drive to go to an event, so I'm hoping I don't just waste my time to go to something. Yeah, but there's the pre-release decks. I think officially they get released like in a month, but right now you can again get like the super pre-release booster packs. Here, let's click on this. So booster pack, it looks like the Romance Dawn in 2022 winter, and then Paramount War 419 per pack. Okay, Alright, let's go back. So, where were we? About next. So, how to start. So, let's continue. Alright, the cards. So, first you have your leader card. Your leader card is the most important card in your deck. It can attack and use effects. Your life value is determined by your leader, and it's written in the lower right corner of their card. Lower right. Oh, down here. Life is 5. I thought it was this. Oh, maybe it's like 5,000, hence 5. Okay, so this card is like plus 1,000, makes it 6. Use Dawn cards to play the cost of playing a card, or attach them to a leader or character to increase their power. Okay, you will automatically gain 2 Dawn cards each turn, up to 10. The first player only gains 1. Okay, because they go first, they only have 1. Next player will get 2. It looks like this is like the equivalent to like mana, or what's another game? Pokemon energy cards, Magic the Gathering, your land. That's what it looks like. And then it looks like, so if I scroll down to Jinbei, it looks like he costs 3 in order to play him, so I would need to have 3 Dawn cards. And I'd probably like turn him horizontal when I summon him. And it looks like you can attach them to like your leader card and make his life probably stronger, his attack stronger. Interesting, interesting. Alright, play a character, oh wait, yeah. Play a character card from your hand by using Dawn cards to play its cost. See, I already know my TCG. Character cards are the main actors in battle. They have their own power and effects and can attack leaders and characters. Okay, so the leader's multiple card in your deck can use effects. Okay, we'll learn more about this. Event cards, and again, this has 1 Dawn activation cost. Use and then trash an event card. So it's like a quick use, a magic card, right? Spell card to pay its cost. Event cards have various effects, and some can even be used during your opponent's attack step. Interesting. So it's like the equivalent to Yu-Gi-Oh! Trap cards, or maybe hand traps, or maybe they can be used from the hand. Your leader or one of your character gains 3,000 power during the battle. Trigger. Your leader character gains 3,000 power during the turn. Guard point. Stage cards. Maybe they're like a field card. Play a stage card from your hand by using Dawn cards to pay its cost. Stage cards can support your leader and characters with diverse effects. Only 1 can be played on the field at a time. Ah, called it. Field spells. Okay, it seems pretty simple so far. You may rest this stage. 1 straw crew type leader character card gains 1,000 during this turn, and again, that's for the whole duration of the game. Okay, so far seems very simple. I like the simple games. Again, Pokemon, there's no like trap cards, there's no hand traps. You do what you do on your turn, then the opponent goes, they do what they do in your turn. Yu-Gi-Oh! Though, it's like hand trap, hand trap, hand trap. Ooh, there's a how to play video. Do we want to play this together or watch it? Or maybe in the future. Here, well, how long is the video? Let me see. 11 minutes. Okay, I think I'll have to do this on my own. Or let me mute it real quick and we'll just kind of go through it. I'm curious. Opening. Alright, it's showing the decks. One Piece. Character. Oh, this is good to see the mats. You have your character area, your stage card, that's the field spell. Your leader card looks like he's always in the game. Let's exit out here. The cost area, that's where your Dawn's gonna go. Your deck, it looks like you have life points. Interesting. So in Pokemon, you have prize cards, which every time you damage the enemy, either 1, 2, or 3, you can collect those, and once you get your prize cards, you win. I wonder if it's like that. The deck out, trash, which is like the graveyard. That's your hand. There's probably gonna be a hand limit. Refresh, draw, done phase, main phase, end phase. Yeah, it looks super straightforward. There's the cost. Okay, yeah, maybe we'll do a separate video. Hopefully by the time it's next week, I got a chance to play already. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 done. You have 2 characters. You have your leader, Luffy. I use Robin to attack. You're rested. Sheep's head. Rested. Okay, so yeah, I guess like when a Pokemon attacks, you're in rest mode. Like, okay, cool. Okay. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to this. All right. You win the game when one of the following conditions is met. You attack your opponent's leader when their leader has 0 life remaining. Your opponent has 0 cards left in the deck. Deck out. In this game, you will use 1 leader, 10 Dawn cards, and 50 other cards. Okay, easy. Decks are formed of these 3 types. Again, very simple. Character, events, and card stages. I imagine there's going to be a lot of events. Character stage, probably not that many. You probably just need a couple. 1, 2, 3. I don't see you needing that many field cards unless they're really valuable, but definitely it's going to be a lot of like event cards, like plus X number of like points or minus X number of points against the enemy. Deck, leader, Dawn. A deck can include any cards of a color on the leader. Wait, a deck can only include cards of a... Oh! So only red. Ah, because they're probably... So One Piece, Pirate Crew, they have to be the same crew. A deck can only include cards of a color on the leader card. So Luffy's red, all these cards are red. And up to 4 copies with the same card number. I wonder if there's ever going to be a ban list. Like Yu-Gi-Oh! There's cards that cannot be used competitively. Or there's cards that are limited to 1, semi-limited to 2. And all the rest is 3. But okay, that'll be interesting. There are 5 cards. So leader card, which really there's only 1 in the deck. Character cards, event cards, stage cards, and Dawn cards. And again, Dawn, it looks like you're only limited to 10. Unless your deck can hold more than 10, but you're only allowed to play 10 in total. No, because I think earlier it said you get 2 at a time, right? Really quickly. You will automatically gain 2 each turn. So it looks like, yeah, that doesn't even factor in. Okay, so where to place cards on the play sheet. Man, I swear, I'm going through this. I'm supposed to be learning, but I feel like I've played enough card games where I intuitively know. You can only play 5 character cards. Character cards cannot attack unless they were played. That's the same in like every game, except for Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! You can summon a monster and go battle phase and attack, except for the first turn. But even Pokemon, it's like the first turn you play it can't attack. Gotta wait till the next one, or even like evolving them. All right, life is 8. Dawn deck. Okay, actually I'm a little confused because I think the win condition was when the leader has 0 life remaining. Oh, so once these 8 have been taken away, it looks like your opponent has 0 cards. Okay, never mind. So refresh, draw, Dawn main phase, leader stage deck, Dawn deck. So this is where your 10 Dawn is going to go. Okay. Seems super simple so far. Each player may play up to 1 stage card. So 1 per player, not 1 in total. So other games like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon, it's only like 1 field in total. So if your opponent has something and you play something, it gets cleansed away for the new one. Trash, KO'd. I wonder if there's going to be like a, what is it? So in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's graveyard and then it's banished, I think. Or exiled. No, I think it's banished. Return from different dimension. Yeah, banished cards. Dawn deck. Alright, life cards. So, all rested cards is active and return attached Dawn cards. Okay, so they just go back. Then you draw. Then you place 2 Dawn cards from your... I wonder how fast the game ends then. Because by the 5th turn, you have your 10 Dawn in play. So then you can basically go all out and do all your stuff. I wonder if it's a lot of building the hand and then waiting to do something. You can play a card, attack a leader or character, your opponent's turn starts. Yeah, it's very simple, very straightforward. I like that. There's a manual, which is probably worth picking up. Let's see how long the manual is. And like really going through stuff. One Piece. Alright, 1.1. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of stuff. 15, that's not bad. So let's scroll through this real quick. Power. The leader's attack power. During battles, the card with the highest power wins. Super straightforward. Your attributes. Activates in the main effect. Special abilities leader possesses. Give this leader or one of your characters up to 1 rested Dawn card. Oh, cool. Card type leaders. I'm acting as if I know. I don't even know. The rarity, the card symbol, block name, character cards. All right, cost. We know that. Power during battles, same thing. The power increase can be activated during the counter step. Oh, he has a counter. Where's that at? Counter. Oh, counter plus 1,000. So the power increase that can be activated during the counter step. Where was the counter step at? Special abilities character possesses. Your opponent cannot activate a blocker character that has 5,000 or more during this battle. Oh, so they'd have to do 4,000 or less. He's at 2,000. It looks like he gets a plus 1,000. You buff him with the event card, it looks like. Trigger effect. An effect can be activated when the leader takes damage and a card is added to the hand from the life area. Trigger, play this card. So it looks like he can automatically be played from the hand. So gotta watch out. It's getting a little bit complicated with the character cards. It looks like some of them have effects like that. Okay. Event card. The cost required to activate the event. Counter. Up to 1 leader card gains 3,000. Up to 1 leader. Trigger effect gains 1,000 during this turn. Can be activated when the leader takes damage and a card is added to the hand from the life area. So it is like Pokemon, in which you get the prize card and it gets added to the hand. Stage card, special abilities, card name, yeah, that's straightforward. Dawn is straightforward. Dawn cards are used to pay the cost of using a card. Give them to the leader. So after 5 turns, it looks like you can give all the Dawn to an attacker, and that attacker is going to get a plus 10,000 power boost. It looks like. You got to be strategic, right? You probably wouldn't want to do that all the time. When playing a range of cards as shown. Alright, that's pretty straightforward. Leader areas are... Okay. Life, where cards equal to life value are placed face down. When the leader takes damage, the number of cards in the life will be decreased if the leader takes damage. So if the deck consists of 50 cards, it looks like 8 of those, most likely randomly, are going to be put into the life side. Kind of like in Pokemon, where it's your deck is shuffled, and your prize cards, it's just like the top ones from the deck. So maybe there's a... So yeah, you got to be smart with what cards you put into the deck, because you wouldn't want one of your... Like, you rely on a card to be in the life pile. The leader, area, character, and stage are collectively referred to as the field. The following are required to play. So you need one leader card, a deck, a total of 50, made up of character, event, and stage. Your deck can only contain cards of a color included on the leader. Cards of a color not included on the leader cannot be added. Your deck cannot contain more than 4 and 10 done. So straightforward, you have 61 cards. Play sheets not required but is recommended. Setting up the game. Shuffle the deck. Place it in the designated area. What about the opponent cutting the deck? Alright. Place the leader in the leader. Decide who goes first. Rock, paper, scissors. Ew, is that official? No, you gotta roll the dice. The winner chooses whether to go first or second. Draw 5. Okay, each player may choose to return all of their cards in their hand to their deck. Reshuffle and redraw 5. What? You can mulligan? Each player can only do this once. Okay, you can only mulligan once. The player going first is also the first to decide whether to carry out 5. Okay, so if you go first, you get to mulligan first. Okay. Draw cards equal to your... Wait. Draw cards equal to your leader's life value from the top of your deck one at a time and place them face down in your life area without looking at their contents. Oh. Oh, that is interesting. So, if you were to have this deck with Luffy, the life is 5, so you wouldn't have... You would only put 5 cards in this category here, the life. You wouldn't actually put 8. So it's dependent on your... Okay, that makes sense. That's why... Okay. I wonder if there's any leaders that have like 1 life, but they're like super OP or something. Or I wonder if there's leaders that have all 8. That is interesting. So draw a card equal to your leader's life value, top of the deck. Place them face down in your life without looking at its contents. Place a card such that a card at the top of the deck is at the bottom. So you draw, put on the life, draw, put on the life, draw, put on the life. Okay, cool. Victory conditions: you win if battle against leaders have 0. The number of cards in your opponent's deck reaches 0. If a deck is reduced to 0, all ongoing effects will be cancelled. The leader whose deck is reduced to 0 will lose the game. Okay, active and rested. Character and stage cards are normally played upright. After, this is like Yu-Gi-Oh! Defense face up. After performing an action such as tagging or blocking, so like Magic the Gathering, you can block, they are rotated sideways to show they are in a rested state. Returning a rested card to active is called setting. Returning a rested card to an active state is called setting it as active, while changing an active to rested is called resting. Okay, straightforward. Well, wait, resting? Why don't they just call it activating it? Oh, I guess that's... Yeah, okay, I can see that. Okay, paying cost. In this card game, when you play a character or stage card or activate an event, you will need to pay its cost by resting this. Yeah, okay, that's straightforward. Game flow. Alright, set all of your rested Dawn cards as active. Return all Dawn cards attached, blah, blah, blah. Draw 1, add it to your hand. Player going first does not draw. Okay, so the player going first does not draw and only gets to put 1 Dawn in effect. I don't know, I kind of want to go second now, but keep in mind, yeah, I kind of want to go second, because second, you can even attack. Or was it the first player? No, when you play a card, you can attack. So the advantage of player going first is they're the first to attack. Okay, place 2 Dawn cards from your Dawn deck in the area set as active. You only have 1 card in your Dawn deck, then place 1. So that'll apply to the first player. The player going first can only place 1 set as active. This is the primary phase of the game. You may perform actions A to D in any order as many times as you wish. So you can play cards, play characters, play stage, activate events, activate effects, give Dawn cards, and battle. Give Dawn cards. Oh, so assign them to your characters. The game proceeds to 5 end phase when you declare end of your main phase. End your turn, similar effects activated, resolved. Okay. Main phase A. Play cards. That's interesting. Other games sometimes have like main phase, attack phase, and then back to main phase. Which actually might be the case. Main phase A. We're actually going to go through this whole manual. Alright, which is good for me. Hopefully, again, I get to play the events. Play character cards. Players can play character cards from their hand. Place a character you want, set it active, and pay the cost of the character card. The character is now played. So officially, the character is played after you pay the cost, it looks like. So place a character card you want into the character area. Then pay the cost. The character is now played in the character area. If you have 5 characters on your field and want to play a new character, you can do so by trashing. Oh wow, you can just get rid of it. Just like that, it's like, trash, I don't need you. Okay, sometimes in other games you have to wait or find a clever way to get rid of your character, but here it's like, nope, you're gone. Stage cards. Players can play stage cards from their hand to their stage area. First, place the area you want to play in your stage set as active, then pay the cost. I feel like it's interesting, and again, this is manual 1.1. It's interesting that it says play the card first, then pay cost. I feel like normally the way it is you pay cost, then play the card, and then if it gets negated or something gets negated and the cost is gone. Here it almost sounds like you can play the card, and then it was to get negated, but then you don't cost. I don't know, it's weird. If you play stage card, you want to play a new one, you can do so by trashing. Yeah, so you should get rid of it. Activate event cards. Players can activate event cards from their hand to activate their main effects. First, place the event card you want to play in the field from the hand and pay its cost. The event card main effect is activated. After the effect has been activated, the event card is placed in the trash. Trigger effects cannot be activated from your hand. Okay, that is good to know. So trigger effects only work once the character or event or whatever field is in the field. Okay. Activate card effects. Players can activate the effects of leader, character, event, and stages. Players can give one active Dawn card from their cost area to one of their leader character cards by placing it under the card. The Dawn card must remain visible. This is referred to as giving a Dawn card. Leader and character cards gain 1,000 power during your turn for each Dawn card attached to them. As long as you have Dawn cards to give, there's no limit to the number of times you can give. Again, so if you have all 10, you can literally give them all to Luffy and be plus 10,000 power, it seems. Battle. Battles proceed according to the following flow chart. Neither player can attack on their first turn. Yeah, so again, the advantage the first player has is they are the first to attack, so they don't draw a card, they only get one Dawn, but once they go again, they'll have 3 Dawn, they'll draw, and they can attack. So attack declaration. Leaders or characters in the character area can attack. First, rest the active leader or character card, so you would turn them horizontal. Then choose the target of your attack. It looks like you can attack whoever, it doesn't matter if they're active or rested. You can either target your opponent's leader or arrested. Oh wait, or arrested character. Okay, interesting. Choose the target. So it looks like the leader is always attackable, but it looks like you can only attack a rested character. You can't attack an active character. Let me reread this. First, rest the active leader or character you want to attack in a clear attack, then choose the target. You can either target your opponent's leader or a rested character. Yeah, you can't target an active character. Any when attacking effects or effects that activate when your leader character attacks are activated at this point. So if you have any characters say when attacking, that is active. Alright, block step. The player being attacked can activate the blocker effect of one of their characters. So it's smart to have blocker characters because they're going to be able to block those kinds of attacks. So that's good to know. Alright, so we're in the attack. So if you declare an attack, opponent, if they have a blocker effect, can choose to activate the effect. Again, it always says can, not has to. Counter step. The player being attacked may perform the following actions in any order and as many times as they like. Whew, the player being attacked. Activate a character card's counter effect. Trash. Oh, trash. No, they disappear. Trash a character card with counter to activate an effect that increases the power of your leader or one of your characters by the value of the counter for the duration of the battle. So you would have to trash your character card to activate the counter effect. Trash an event card with the counter from your hand. So this is a hand trap, or you can basically use them from the hand. So you got to get to the point where you know the game so well that you're like, oh, the opponent might have this counter hand effect, so I don't know if I want to attack. Which is, again, why I want to play this game from the get-go, from the beginning, because I want to master it. I want to learn everything there is to about it. Like, there was a point when, like, OG Yu-Gi-Oh!, I knew all the effects. I knew what deck I was going up against, what they had, like, all that stuff. I want to get to that point in One Piece. Alright, compare the power of the attacking and defending. The attacking card will win if its power is greater than or equal to the power of being attacked. That's important. So if it's 5,000, 5,000, you win. The attacking card will win. The attacker has advantage. Alright, when the opponent's leader is attacked, the leader takes 1 damage. Okay, straightforward. When the opponent's leader has 0 life, the attacking player wins the game. Okay. When the opponent's character is attacked, the character is KO'd, trashed, and then that's it. So if you attack the opponent's characters, it's to knock out character cards. If you attack the opponent's leader, it's to get those, it's for them to take damage. Okay, interesting. Interesting. I thought, so it's not like Pokemon in which you get prize cards. Because you're damaging the enemy, I wonder if they just lose whatever is their life. We're going to have to see. Because this takes 1 damage. Alright, if the attacking card is less, the attacking will lose the battle. Oh, that's it. So if you attack and lose, nothing happens to your attacker. So it's only the opponent that risks losing their monster or taking damage. That's good to know. Alright, when your leader takes damage, check the contents of the card at the top of your live cards without... Oh, wait. When your leader... Okay, hold on. When your leader takes damage, you check the contents of the card at the top of your live cards without showing it to your opponent. So, I get attacked. I would take a look at my life. I would look at the card. If that card has a trigger effect, you may reveal that card and activate its trigger effect instead of adding it to your hand. Oh, you can also choose not to activate the trigger effect. In this case, add the card to your hand without revealing it. If your leader takes 2 or more damage due to an effect, such as a double attack, the buff process is repeated one for... Oh my gosh, okay. I like this. This is an interesting spin. This is actually really smart. So, the thing about Pokemon, once again, is if with Pokemon you damage the opponent and you deal 3 damage, you get 3 prize cards and add it to your hand. So you already attack the opponent, you're at an advantage, you reduce their HP, and you get more cards in your hand. The cool thing about One Piece, it looks like, is if I take damage, I'm the one taking the life, I kind of get a handicap by getting the cards, and I can either activate if it has a trigger effect or adding it to my hand. That's cool. I like this. This is a good spin on it. Main phase D3. Battle continued. Alright, end of the battle. Battle ends. If there are any effects, activate at the end of battle. They can be activated at this point. Then all effects. Okay. So let me go through this. So main phase BCD activates battle. Main phase 2D battle. And then battle continued. End of battle. The battle ends. If there are any effects that activate at the end of battle, they can be activated. Then all effects applied during battle are cancelled. Okay. So it looks like after you battle, that's it. So once you attack, there's no main phase 2. The end phase proceeds. Any of your effects that activate at the end will be activated or resolved. Any of your opponent's effects that activate will be resolved, such as during this turn are cancelled. Any of your opponent's effects specified being restricted to appear during this turn are cancelled. Your turn ends and your opponent begins. I should probably read through this better before the events, but that's fine. Effect activation order. A player whose card has multiple effects that occur at the same time can decide in which order to activate these effects. Ooh. For example, when a player attacks using a character with multiple attacking effects, that's interesting. So let's say it's like a, hypothetically, like ×2 damage plus 5. It's smarter to do the plus 5 then ×2 than to ×2 plus 5 because it's greater effect. If you and your opponent both have effects that occur at the same time, the player whose turn it is activates their effects first. Both of their effects, the player whose turn it is activates their effects first. After all their effects have been resolved, the other player can activate their effects. So attacker activates everything, and then the defender activates everything. Good to know. Again, that's going to become really important moving forward. Multicolored cards. There's multicolored cards. Okay. A single card may have more than one color in this game. For example, the card shown on the right is red and green. Okay. Cards with multiple colors are treated as having all of these specified colors simultaneous. So he's not red or green, he's red and green, which means in your deck you can have red and green cards. He only has 4 life though, so what's better? Is it to use double? Is it to use single? Even in Magic the Gathering, there's like lands that are dual colored. When a character with Dawn leaves the field. Oh yeah, what happens when that happens? When a character that has been given Dawn cards leaves the field, for example, due to being KO'd or returned to a player's hand by an effect, the attached should be returned to the cost area and rested. That's, again, important to know. They are rested. Okay, glossary on play. An effect that is activated when you play the character with its effect on the field. Main phase, end of turn, or your turn, end turn, main phase, event card. Once per turn, an effect that is activated when more done. Okay, an effect that can be activated. Okay, so Dawn X1. 1 or more Dawn cards are given to a character. An effect that can be activated by resting Dawn cards in your cost area. The number of Dawn must be rested depending on the number written. So that was a 5, would be 5. -1. An effect can be activated by returning a Dawn card from the field. Leader character cost to your Dawn deck. Oh, interesting. Blocker. The blocker is rushed. Oh, this is probably like, there's something like this in Magic the Gathering. Like the minute you play the character, they can attack. An effect that allows the character to attack in the turn which you just played. Yeah, so rush. Go ahead and attack. Double attack. Attack twice. So that could be scary, right? The whole point is once you run out of life, you win. So, or yeah, once your opponent runs out of life, you win. Hey, badish! When a character with this effect deals damage to the opponent's leader in the attack, the life card is trashed. Oh, nice. So it's not really banishing, but it's like, hey, you don't get that life. It goes straight to the graveyard or the trash pile. Alright, so we went more thorough than I wanted to go through, but that's the manual. And then there's the teaching app, which On the PC, it looks like I can't download it, but we're definitely gonna have to download this and add it to my game, because definitely want to try this out. Looks like they have some for Dragon Ball Z, Digimon as well. It's 3.9 stars. Overall, it's not bad. Enjoy the concept. Yu-Gi-Oh vibes. Definitely needs improvement. Tutorials, descriptions. 2 decks available. Ooh, exciting. All right, guys. So I'm excited. Super long video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Who's gonna be joining me on the One Piece journey? Anyone? Like, again, I'm hoping that I make content on this and I really fall in love with it and I like master it and I do tournaments and stuff. Like, that's the grand dream of this. I don't know if it's gonna happen because I've also been super busy and I don't have a computer for like 3 or 4 days out of the week. I could probably just buy one and set up at home, but yeah, maybe I'll do that. If anything, I can just record like physical cards and then upload every weekend. We'll figure something else. But this is One Piece TCG. Hopefully you see more of this on the channel in the future. Thank you guys very much, and remember to subscribe.